So, you've got a dog here in Fargo, and you want to be able to take them everywhere with you, right? But maybe it's not always that easy. Well, we're going to walk through exactly how to find the right dog trainer so you and your best friend can really enjoy everything this city has to offer. Okay, just imagine this for a second. You're trying to enjoy a nice walk along the Red River trails, but your arm feels like it's about to be pulled off because your dog is lunging at every single thing. Sound familiar? Yep, it's a super common problem. The right training is what makes the difference between that stressful tug of war and a really nice, relaxing walk. The goal here isn't just about sit and stay. It's about creating a life with your dog that really fits in with the Fargo lifestyle. We want a dog who's just as chill hanging out at a Broadway coffee shop as they are walking through Lindenwood Park.
And look, a well-behaved dog isn't some kind of perfectly programmed robot. They're a confident partner. Good training just gives them the tools they need to handle all these typical Fargo spots, like the busy market or the crowds near the Fargo Dome, without getting totally stressed out. It's really about getting them ready for our world.
All right, before you even start Googling trainers, it's a good idea to figure out what you actually need. Dog training definitely isn't a one-size-fits-all kind of thing, so let's break down the different options. So first things first, what's your situation? Are we talking about a brand new puppy who needs to learn everything? Or an adult dog who could use a little polishing? Puppy training is all about that early socialization and, preventing bad habits before they even start. Basic obedience is more about locking in those must-have skills like sit, stay, and walking nicely on a leash, and that's for any dog, any age. Okay, but what if you're dealing with something a little more serious? Maybe your dog goes nuts, barking and lunging at other dogs, or they're super scared of new people, or they have separation anxiety. That's when you need what's called behavior modification. It's a much more specialized type of training that really gets to the root of the problem. Then there's the question of where this all happens. In-home private lessons are perfect for those problems that, happen at home. Think jumping on visitors or surfing the counters for snacks. Group classes are awesome for practicing focus when there are a ton of distractions like other dogs and people. So once you know what you're looking for, it's time to find your pro. And this is a big one. Dog training isn't a regulated industry here in North Dakota. That means it's really up to you to know what to look for to make sure you're hiring someone who's both skilled and humane. This is probably the most important thing to look for. You want someone who uses positive reinforcement. All that means is they reward the dog for doing the right thing. It makes your dog want to learn. Good, modern training is all about teamwork and trust, not fear. And since there aren't any state rules, checking for professional certifications is a really smart move. It just shows that a trainer has put in the work to get educated and they're serious about their profession. For example, you might see something like CPDTK after a trainer's name. Basically, that just means they've passed a big test, all about how dogs learn and the best ways to train them. It's a really solid credential. Another great one to look for is KPA-CTP. That tells you the trainer went through a really intensive, hands-on program that's well known for its focus on positive reinforcement methods. It's a big deal. Now, if you're dealing with those bigger issues we talked about before, like fear or reactivity, you'll want to look for even more advanced certifications. These show that a trainer has a much deeper understanding of animal behavior and knows how to handle those really tough cases. All right, so let's say you found a couple of trainers who look promising. Now it's time to actually talk to them. Having a list of questions ready to go will make you feel way more confident in your choice. So what should you ask? Well, first, double-check what methods they use. Ask about their certifications. A big one is, how will you make a plan just for my dog? You'll also want to know how you'll see progress, what you need to practice between lessons, and, of course, get a clear picture of the total cost. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty, money and rules. Here's a quick look at what training generally costs around Fargo, plus a few local regulations every dog owner really needs to know. Yes, so the prices can definitely range. Group classes are usually your most budget-friendly option. A package of private lessons or a special behavior consult is going to be more of an investment for sure. This should give you a pretty good idea of what to expect, though. And just a few quick reminders about our local rules. Every dog has to be licensed with the city of Fargo and have their rabies shot. And, try to keep the barking down, especially at night. Good training can really help with that before it becomes a problem with the neighbors. Oh, and this one's really important. Outside of a dog park, your leash can't be longer than 10 feet anywhere in Fargo. So when you're walking downtown or on the trails, it's best to leave those long retractable leashes at home.
So why go through all this? What's the real payoff? Honestly, it's freedom. It's being able to take your dog with you more places without worrying. It's about really enjoying Fargo with your dog.
Think about it. Peaceful walks by the river, chilling on a brewery patio, not having to stress when you're in a busy park. All the effort you put in now just means you'll have a stronger bond and way more good times together down the road.
So now you've got the tools to find a great trainer. This is a huge first step. Hopefully you feel ready to figure out what new adventure you and your dog are going to tackle first. We wish you the best of luck building an amazing life together here in the city.